Sounds good.
Okay, right. Hello and welcome to is it episode 4 or episode 5?
Welcome to episode 4. Welcome to episode 5.
Of Freelance, and
Fucked.
we're back, baby. How you doing, Joe? You okay?
I'm doing well, yeah, I'm doing well. Just got back off holiday. So yeah, just getting back into the swing of things really. I try not to work too much out there, but yeah, it's good. It's good. Nice to have a break.
Did you do work on holiday?
A little bit. I tried
Oh,
not to do too much,
Joe.
but just little bits and bobs.
Just a bit of thought leadership at 7 a.m. in the pool.
Just a bit of blue sky thinking, you know. But no better place for it.
Jolly good.
yeah.
Did you have a lovely time? Do you feel rested?
I do feel rested. Yeah, I feel like I just need to get back in the swing. And yeah, that's what's happening this weekend. We've had the bank holiday weekend, and but we're back up and running pretty much, and here we are.
We're fighting fit, I'd say. Would you say that?
Yeah, pretty much.
We're fighting semi-fit, I suppose. Now, do you mind me saying, you don't have to go into details, but you recently were in New York for work, were you not?
I'm walking here.
Well, this actually brings me on to the point. I've got a list of things that I just want to run by you to know if they happened while she's in New York.
Okay. All right.
Couple of things. Number one, did you have a cup of Joe? Or, as they say, a coffee?
A hot Java.
Did anybody say, let's get a cup of Joe in here?
No one said that. But I kind of, I did have a coffee, but it was really hot when I went. There was a heat wave, so I had an iced Joe.
Nice. An iced Joe. Next one, did you go to a bodega?
What's that?
It's like a convenience shop. I just hear people say it in New York things, and I go, "Oh, that sounds exotic." I don't think it's just like McCall's.
A bodega? No, I went to a what's it called? What's the pharmacist? It's like Walgreens.
Yeah, Walgreens.
I went to Walgreens, right, and all their beers were like locked away in a fridge.
Oh yeah, because you have to go to the liquor store.
Yeah, they're very particular about buying beer now. And stuff like that. But yeah, go on, carry on.
Did you see steam coming out of a manhole cover? That's
no.
Oh,
I wish I did.
Did you have a pizza pie? Let's get a slice of pie.
Yeah, I did. I went to. I had a couple. And they have like a deep pan, pretty much everywhere there. And it's not the best. It's not bread.
Yeah, I don't like deep pan.
It's not. Yeah, it's like bread, and it's really soggy. But the one shop I did go to, it had some really weird, like when they have the celebrities all on the wall.
Yeah.
And they had like Stephen Merchant, like some other celebrities. They were sort of like B-list maybe, and then just randomly Kim Kardashian.
Oh. Did you get a pic? Are you on the wall?
No, unfortunately not. Unfortunately, they weren't fans of the pod. So, but we'll reach out there.
Okay,
it's part of our plan.
Did you have a bagel?
Oh yeah, I had a
nice.
black seed bagel. It's called black seed bagel. Amazing.
Okay, I'm quite jealous of that. This one's a bit basic, but did you go to Fifth Avenue?
Where's that?
I don't know. I just always hear it said on Friends, and I think that sounds exotic.
Nah, I think it's weird how it works. It's just like. Yeah, Fifth. But I was on 29th, and then I went downtown. So
I love it on when people say stuff like it's on like 29th and Lexus. And
yeah,
I think, cool.
Well, I was thinking about where the Miracle was. It was like 32nd Street or something.
One of them.
One of the streets for Christmas. But yeah,
I was thinking where the Miracle was. Hey, mate, when did the miracle happen around here, eh? I don't know if that's New York.
I'd say I had a Chick-fil-A. No, was it a Chick-fil-A? No, it was a Chipotle. I had a Chipotle, which is basically Subway, but for like tacos and stuff.
Wowzers.
Which was actually really good, but I was so out of my depth. I needed help. I had like an American friend who was like tour guiding.
Nice.
So he kind of helped me with that whole situation because I get flustered in Subway anyway.
Yeah.
And then this is like Subway on steroids. But then what else? I had a taco, like my first official taco was like in the street outside a pub. They were just giving them away for free. Little mini tacos.
Nice.
They fried them and dipped them. And it was like so good. And what else?
2 more things.
Go on.
Number 1, did you go to Times Square and shut your eyes and spin around as if you're like having a dream?
No, Abby kept saying I should go to Times Square. I couldn't be bothered. I walked to Central Park, which ended up being like an hour walk. It's not that far, but you have to stop and cross the road every like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It took like an hour. And I got on the metro.
Nice.
Or the subway.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. The subway.
Hey, yo!
I was so lost.
What time's the next train coming on the subway?
I was stood there with my
stuff.
ticket. No, I was like looking at signs, looking where to go, and someone was like, "Do you need to be swiped in?" Or like, "Hey, do you need to be swiped in?
Hey, motherfucker!
Hey, I'm walking here. You wanted me to swipe? Anyone got a swipe for this guy?
Hey, yo!
Hey, this bozo needs a swipe." All that shit. And
Did you hear anybody say bozo?
No.
Oh.
I mean, it was probably me saying it. Hey, bozo! I'll tell you a day in the life. I sort of left the house, flat Airbnb. Walked. I didn't know where to go. I was just walking in a direction towards Central Park because I wanted to see the zoo and all the buildings and where Home Alone Hotel happened and all that. I walked past a group of protesters.
Okay.
I don't know what they were protesting, but I gave them a nod.
Nice.
Probably
solidarity.
Yeah, just like fair play. And then shortly after, I walked past, and the police had like blocked off this whole road, or like one of the blocks.
Yes.
They blocked off the block.
Blocked off the block, yeah.
And I went up to the police officer and I said, "Hello, sir. What's going on? Why you blocked this off? Is there a film happening? I just want to see if like Tom Cruise was there or something."
Yeah.
And he went, "No, it's just Donald Trump's building is there." And I was like, "Okay." And then walked on.
This bozo.
And there was a lot of how would I describe it? People maybe heavily under the influence of Class A drugs shouting at people.
Nice.
So you got a mix of everything, really. It's quite refreshing.
That's New York, baby.
It's New York.
Final thing, but this could be America in general. Did anybody say like, I love your British accent"?
No, you know what? No.
Oh, really?
No, maybe. I think one person thought I was Australian.
I think the Brummy twang does do that.
Yeah. Though. So I was like, "Hey, are you Australian?" I was like,
"Hey, bozo, you Australian out here?"
"Hey, what are you doing over here?" No, but yeah, unfortunately not. I think people probably thought it. They probably thought. I imagine, people were like, "Oh, what a great, lovely accent, and what a handsome man," but they just didn't. Were too shy to say it. Probably.
Yeah, that's the lie I think I've been told about America, that they'll all say, "Wow, I love your accent." They probably just don't.
Before I went, Abby was like, "You're going to be approached by so many girls. They're going to be like, oh my God, he's so British." And I was like, "Oh no." And no, it didn't happen. Not once. Not once.
Just people.
Nothing would have happened, but it would have been nice to just
people on heroin shouting at you.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Hey, stop it.
I'll take it.
Well, that's Joe's New York adventure. It does sound thrilling. I would like to go, especially for work. And I'd like to have like AirPods in and just kind of like walk around and be like, "Yeah, I'm New Yorker."
Yeah, I did. I should have probably done more with it. I should have done the whole cutscene from Elf, where he's like crossing the road and like getting the chewing gum off the thing and all that stuff, and going into the best coffee shop in the world and be like, "You did it, guys! You did it!" I wanted to go to those actual places or that actual shop if it exists.
Yeah.
But no. Yeah, next time.
Well, jolly good.
When we're on tour, hey.
When we do our our North American tour. We go to Boston and Chicago and
Dallas,
Texas. I don't know.
All right, but yeah, what a work. What's going on?
Well, in the wonderful world of traveling, I wanted to have a little chat about a new favorite topic of mine: digital nomading, which is a bit of a LinkedIn favorite, but also flexible working in general. So, saw something on LinkedIn the other week that said that fully remote roles have risen by 21% apparently, and more than 310,000 job searches show that more people are looking for flexible working from home, and there's like countless people. "Oh my God, my visa." I'm stuck in New York accent now. "Oh my God, my visa's been accepted. I'm going to go and work in, Portugal as a digital nomad." So, Joe, I wanted to ask you a big question. ... Pause for effect. Is office working dead? Is it dead? What do you reckon, baby?
Yes.
Okay. Back
yes,
to New York.
Finish it. Stop the opposite. No, it's yeah, it's definitely changed. You know, I think the whole businesses really want people to be in the office all the time just so they can keep an eye on them, right? And I think it is a good idea, you know, to sort of do. But I think there's just more opportunities now for people who want to do the whole digital nomad thing. I think if you're like part of a business and stuff, you should probably expect to like at least go in like once a week or something for them to check up on you and just be like, oh, culture and that. But culture is a whole different conversation I can have. I think culture is absolutely bullshit. But we can touch on that later. But yeah, I don't know. Like I think if you know if you work for yourself and stuff, then yeah. If you're working for a company, it's like I don't know. I feel like I don't know what I'd find where they'd be happy with me never ever seeing them in person.
Yeah.
But I guess if you're like really skilled and they really want you, it can happen. I just wouldn't be like I probably wouldn't like full on expect it. I think
I think it depends maybe what your like job actually is. If you've got like really technical, I don't know, like coding or something, then maybe that there is like very, you know, if you work very independently, just being fully remote probably makes loads of sense. But I don't know if you've got any job that requires in any way like communication or I don't know, creative or whatever, it would be weird to be completely at home all of the time. I think I'd get a bit cabin fever, you know.
Yeah, I think as well. It's like based on how easy it is to measure what you're doing as well. Because like, yeah, I mean, like the long and short of it is like they need to be able to see that you're doing work, you know. And there's like as much as it's good like working from home and everything, and like all the time. If you put yourself in the shoes of like an actual employer, if they ain't got a clue what you're even up to, it's kind of difficult. And I think like that's why they always want you in the office. I think now like the hybrid thing is pretty much standard, right?
Yeah,
like pretty much everywhere you go in this industry anyway, and like creative or whatever, like they're like, okay, take 2 days. And I think it's nice and flexible because then you can have like Monday, you ain't got to like leave the house. Maybe Friday or Wednesday, you break the week up a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like fully remote, it's probably just something like where it could be, for example, a freelancer where it's like maybe editing, or like you're just basically doing the same thing every day. You're cracking on. You don't really need to collaborate that much. But yeah.
And
what about nomading though?
Well, this is it because like I've seen there's loads of countries now like increasingly offering these visas because obviously for their like
economy,
tourism tax economy, that sort of stuff, it's like a big boom. But I do wonder, so you see loads of stuff go viral on LinkedIn, don't you, of like, oh, today I worked from the beach, or you know, like when I first went digital nomading I was nervous and it's been this and the other. But I wonder, I would quite like to know, like, what is the reality like? Is it like, you know, you're just kind of chilling, you're waking up by the pool, you're on the laptop, then you're checking in, going for a little walk around around some beautiful scenery or something? Or is it quite stressful? I don't know. I'd feel quite detached, I think. But then I've never done it.
I mean, I think I'd probably enjoy it. I don't know if it'd be too much, like in terms of a permanent change. I don't know if it'd be a bit too much. Like I think where I am in my life and, you know, the dogs and everything, it's not really something I can do. But, you know, I think I'd probably enjoy it. You know, maybe if I was like single or whatever and like didn't have any responsibilities and weren't too bothered about seeing my family and this, that and the other, I think it would be, you know, good in that sense because you can still just do your work day and you don't have to be on the beach or by the pool. But the fact you've got that for after, or you can go on your lunch and go for a stroll in the sun or whatever, I think it's good. And there's a lot of places that have just an incredibly low cost of living.
Yeah.
Like I've got a mate who's sort of doing the digital nomad thing. He's in Vietnam and it's like incredibly cheap. I couldn't live there because it's like, have you ever seen the videos of like the roads in Vietnam? Everyone's on scooters, and there's like 20 lanes, and like if you just Google someone trying to cross the road in Vietnam, it is absolutely crazy. And I don't like busy places at the best of times, so probably not for me. But yeah, like I do like the idea of being able to go anywhere and like work from there. But I'm probably kind of I'm a bit older now. I think if this was all happening when I was a bit younger, probably. But I'm very much like at peace. I just want to go live in the hills. I'm doing digital nomading in England.
In my living room.
Yeah. I've just moved slightly more north.
Yeah. No, it is cool, I think. I saw this, somebody posted, and this is a bit wanky, but this is a bit of a taste. He said, a digital nomad life is bittersweet. I'm also a traveller who loves getting lost in new cities like Milan. I get to eat delicious food. I get to witness the rich history and culture. I get to make new friends at co-working spaces, all while running my business remotely from a beautiful city. But, you know... I think sometimes I shouldn't always be so cynical. I think fair play. Why the fuck not, eh?
Yeah, I think it's great. You know, it's slightly wanky, but it's nice. It is nice. I think for me, there might be a new term. You know, when people create new terms like solo entrepreneur and all that sort of stuff. There's going to be one where it's like sort of kind of a digital nomad, where you've just moved away from the city. Because you know where everyone has, like, say in the UK. You've got to be in London or Manchester, like, for these big jobs and stuff. But now, like, if you don't like the city, you can countryside mad, country mad.
I mean, it's got legs. Maybe need a bit of workshopping.
Yeah, like let's go countryside,
suburban,
rural. Hold on, maybe something with rural. Remote. Remoral. Oh, that sounds kind of like you've died.
Memorial.
Anyway, we'll put it on ice for now.
Let us know if you're a digital nomad and you're planning a big move. We'd love to know where, and we'd love to know why. So please send us in a letter, and we'll be grateful.
Send us a postcard.
Answers on a postcard. Talking of that LinkedIn post, I've got a couple of absolute gems that have cropped up lately. Whilst you're away, can I ask you a very, 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 very important question?
Yeah.
Did at any point you log on to LinkedIn?
You know I did.
Oh, Joe,
I did.
I've shamed you. I've done you up a kipper.
You've done me. I will find it, actually, because it was actually on my first day. And you know, when you get in the habit of waking up and be like, oh, what shall I... Oh, and you just, even without thinking, it's so bad, but without even thinking, I'm just on LinkedIn. And I'm like, oh, what am I doing? Let me find it for you. Right. I'll just quickly see. Steve Jobs, founder of Apple, is one of the most captivating and inspiring entrepreneurs and speakers I've seen. Last week, I spoke in front of thousands of marketers, and the night before I went to YouTube and analysed what it is he does when he presents on stage a new Apple update. Here's what I learned. He walks on stage and says nothing. That's not the end of nothing. That's just it. Speech over. Fuck!
Whoa.
He always starts with a built statement. He compares what's going on. I took these 3 or 4 points and replicated them. I left a silence. I made a statement. I compared what's happening now versus what's coming, and I used the word magic. I got told it was one of the best talks of the conference. Received 380 messages directly because of it. I'm a good storyteller. It's probably what I do best. But these small changes changed everything for me. That wasn't even that bad.
It's pretty bad though, isn't it? I suppose. I left a silence. Maybe because they didn't know it was over. Oh.
Holiday.
I mean, that's not a holiday for anybody.
Also, can I just make a note as well?
Mm-hmm.
There seems to be like a new meta going around of screenshotting a random quote in notes, and that posting it. It seems to be like a new way to copy things but make it your own.
And put your at underneath, even though it's coming from your account with that at. It's just to confirm that this is from me. It's not from somebody else.
Yeah.
I just wonder on this whole thing, at what point did everybody become an expert?
Everyone is an expert. And also, like, if we're talking like Inception here, everyone with a podcast, everyone's got a fucking podcast now. I mean, and everyone's an expert.
What are we on about?
But it's like...
Look at these cunts with podcasts.
It's like, have you seen the new sort of TikTok trend going around at the minute where it's like your like POV, someone's on a podcast.
yeah,
so fucking good.
Fuck him.
We We need a clip for TikTok that's like extremely bait, and that we're just like we could just clip for TikTok where we just get hounded, and think like we're absolutely experts on things. Like, hey, what could it be about?
Like people love doing stuff at the moment of like 7-figure. You know, I've analysed 50 of the top 7-figure leaders, and I've found that the most important thing they do every day is ... that thing, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway.
But if you couldn't get a job, what would you do?
First thing I would do if I didn't have a job is I would sell everything that I own. Okay? Because I think too much clutter, too much excess stuff reduces capacity for thought, for planning, for strategy. So I'd sell everything. I'd sell my clothes. I'd sell my things in my house. I'd be naked.
But you'd stay in your house.
I'd stay in my house. I wouldn't sell my house. I'd sell everything because, Joe, nothing's better to start from than a blank canvas.
Would you sell all your laptop as well?
Yeah, I'd sell that as well. And then I'd go outside wearing no clothes. And this is serious. And I would ask the first person I come across, do I look like a guy who's employable? And I guarantee that will show commitment. It will show passion. And they'll probably offer me a job right there.
That's inspiring.
I'm not sure it's going to work.
Hold on. No, but seriously, have you seen the guy who was like
about the books?
Yeah. If I was he's like, if I was homeless, I wouldn't ask for food. I'd ask for books.
Yeah, I know. What a fucking
How fucking out of touch can you be? Like what an idiot. Is there anything that shows like privilege more than that?
I know.
They're just like, just not putting yourself in the shoes whatsoever. Like, okay, why is that person in that position and stuff? Yeah. No, I'd ask for books. Maybe in your current state of mind and your current state of living, if you went out for like a day, and then soon enough you'd be asking for fucking food, man.
I know. And on such notes, I've got another few to run by you. Just a couple I've picked up since last time we met. Kicking off, I am so fucking successful.
Wow.
Space. That's what people keep telling me lately. And yes, I do feel in a great flow at the moment, but I have to be really honest. I've been grafting at my career for as long as I can remember. I went to lunchtime classes at school to make sure I smashed my exams. I worked internships during the summers of my university degree. I've been doing passion projects alongside my full-time job since I started in the big world of work. I've let friends go. I've sacrificed nights out. I've forfeited relationships. I've proactively found mentors to guide me. And I've reworked my portfolio more times than Boris changed his mind in lockdown. The difference is that now I'm very vocal about it. But being successful is not an end goal of mine. It's not a salary or a job title. Success, for me, is a lifestyle. It's my mindset. It's literally a matter of showing up day after day after day until there aren't many days left. Don't know what that means. Can good girls finish first? Yeah, I reckon they can. What does success mean to you? Joe, do you agree that success is a lifestyle and it's a mindset?
I think it is for a lot of people. I think some people just get so obsessed with success that it just takes over everything. I'm just thinking, like, imagine being with someone like that. How insufferable. Like, can you imagine for me? Just come home. It's a lifestyle. I've sacrificed. Do you want to go for dinner, darling? Fuck you. I've got a book to read.
I'm not going for dinner unless we're eating a big pile of success. What a load of fucking bollocks. That's what people have been telling me lately. And yes, I do feel like I'm in a great flow at the moment. Oh, come on.
I only eat at client meetings. Taking clients out for lunch, talking business.
Business. I'll have a double helping of business. Next on my list, my wife and I recently started a monthly check-in ritual. It's been incredible for our relationship. The life dinner. I first came across the concept of the life dinner from entrepreneur Brad Field.
Oh.
The idea is simple: a fixed monthly date to sit down for a meal with your partner to reflect on personal, professional, and relationship progress, challenges, and goals. Over time, your life becomes increasingly hectic. I'm going to paraphrase this a little bit. A few specifics for conducting your own life dinner ritual. Set a recurring monthly date. Pick a favourite spot. Oh, fuck. Pick a favourite spot. Explore a new place or cook a meal at home. If you don't have time for a meal, do it over a coffee or drink. Make it a sacred monthly ritual. 3 areas to cover in discussion: personal, professional, and relationship. Within each area, each person should have the floor to reflect on the prior month's progress and challenges, as well as forward-looking goals. After each person has their time, you can discuss key items as a team. I'm not going to go into the rest, but trust me, it keeps going longer and longer. So, breaking down in true LinkedIn, everything can be optimized, everything can be a fucking carousel post. A relationship. I mean, is that good?
I think the thing is, right, the wires get crossed so much, and I think it's very important to not make it as if it's a fucking monthly review. Trying to ask for a promotion. Do you reckon I can go out with the lads this month or something like that? But I mean, if that's how you want to do it, and your mindset is like fucking LinkedIn 24/7, then fine. I think, I mean, in terms of relationship, communication is great, and if that's the way you want to communicate, I think it's probably better than not communicating at all. I'm probably more in support of it than not, because otherwise you just, I mean, if the thing is, if you're going to be with someone for like 30, 40 years and you never communicate, it's bizarre. Like, you're just gonna end up hating each other. But this is like the total fucking flip side of it, where it's like, right guys, every month you got a little form, you got the little smiley faces on it, like, just put a star on this one, or just colour in the smiley face that you feel today. My performance in bed's just right there. You just let me know anyway, I could be doing any better. Please do. Just, the Friday I just had too much drink, and that it doesn't usually happen.
Darling, did you get the feedback form I emailed you last week? No, fine. Okay, let's take 15. Let's fill that in. Okay.
Hi. Just chasing up on the the feedback from the intercourse the other week. Just wanted some just general
pointers.
Yeah,
I've put together this spreadsheet of our times in bed here. As you can see, there has been a decreasing 6-month trend.
Yeah, I mean, the KPI is it's a clear 3 times here, and we're looking for a kind of get the average up, and there's still time in the quarter left, so let's see what we can do. Yeah, let's really pull together and
let's have a good
forward.
Q2. Yeah. Okay, look forward to Q3. Oh, come on, man. I don't know. If that helps you, have a happy marriage, happy relationship, then
yeah,
have your
what
review.
The thing is, though, like, you don't have to share absolutely everything, and it's just all blended together into one where everything's work, your relationships work, and while that may kind of be a positive in a sense, like, just keep, like, work-life balance. There's a whole thing, right? But it's starting to become, especially with people on LinkedIn, like, everything's content, everything's work. Like, here, like, I had a bad experience in bed last night. I'm going to post on LinkedIn about it and see how it relates to my business. Like, just something, just keep, I know you're giving advice, but it's like every day, it's like, how can I come up with new content to get some likes on LinkedIn?
This is what I think is bad, though. You see a lot of people saying, like, oh, what you need to do is post every day or this, something, because that's why you just end up with crap.
Yeah, it's quantity over quality at the end of the day, and it's just usually a fucking selfie, and it's like, I mean, some of them I've seen, they don't even have a point now.
No.
It's like, you will succeed, and it's just a selfie. That's one I saw earlier.
Couple more. 7 a.m. meeting to start the day at business name. What do you think? And this was on a Monday, I saw this. What do you think about a 7 a.m. meeting?
On a Monday?
Yeah.
I mean, on any day, but on a Monday?
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
And it was a selfie of them in the meeting. I did think, come on, you're doing that for LinkedIn. 7 a.m. That's early.
But that's not even good for, like, what industry is it? An agency?
We can bleep this if you want. It's our mate Joseph Ferlante, the apprentice guy.
And is it like, a company? Like, they've got employees?
Yeah. So, I think they do like business selling for tradespeople or something. But yeah, so there's people there. But in the meeting at 7 a.m. Come on.
who's really paying us that much attention? It's probably like, guys, our best hours are the morning hours. Let's get all our meetings in between 6 a.m. and 9,
yeah.
and then the rest we're fine. I don't know, man. That's fucking weird.
I know, not good. Right. This morning, I spotted a post where there was a lady and she's at a bowling alley and she like throws the ball off and it goes down the wrong way and then it comes back and then she's able to do it. So this guy turned that into a post. Tell me life is full of second chances without actually telling me. Guilty. I used to be the type of person who was afraid to take risks, to try new things. I was happier in the shadows and firmly stationed in my comfort zone. But life has a mean right arm and can deliver a fastball when we least expect it. The instinct, of course, is to duck it altogether. I ducked a lot in my teens. I think we all did, darling. I ducked every chance I got. I ducked morning, noon, and night. But one day I gave my head a good wobble. I remembered life is too damn short to play it safe all the time. I grabbed hold of my bat, held it tightly, and smashed those balls out the park. Just like that, I discovered that I was capable of things I never thought possible. Last bit was... make sure you grab life by the ball like the lady in the vid. Which I'm not sure is like...
that should have been the hook.
I'm not sure as sentences go. But again, coming back to the point, everything is content, Joe,
Yeah. That we need to do this challenge of like a week of just bullshit posts, but not satire, like just trying our best to be as... Like just take a picture of that plant and show how that means business, That plant was once a piece of plastic. It never thought it could be a plant, really.
Yeah.
But it did, What does that tell you? You can be whatever you want to be. Oh, you're a piece of plastic. You can't grow. You can't be organic life. Look at it. Looks pretty damn close.
I've got a LinkedIn or live for you.
Okay.
Last Saturday, I met Dion Dublin. No, that was a joke. That was a callback to last one. Right, okay. See if you think this is legit or if this is made up. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. What do you reckon?
True.
Yeah, that was true.
LinkedIn.
That was true. And this person put their name underneath that post. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. It's quite a bleak. I wouldn't really say it's quite uplifting.
Yeah, it's kind of bleak for a
for a Tuesday afternoon.
Tuesday.
Oh, great.
Yeah. How do we make money while we sleep? We could live stream on TikTok.
Nice.
Ourselves sleeping. Set, donate money. It sends an alarm off.
You could. I'm sure there's some like voyeurism OnlyFans accounts out there.
Someone sleeping.
Yeah, there's gotta be. I think there's gotta be.
Yeah, who knows?
Who'd pay for that? There's gotta be, hasn't there? I mean, what could you do?
Passive income.
I guess it's all to do with passive income and investments, right? But I don't know. It's just sounds so wanky,
passive
doesn't it?
income. I make money while I sleep in my Halifax ISA. 0.1 penny a day.
Per year. Last one, and this is going to bring me on to my next topic. Aim to be known for one thing. When somebody says Ford, you automatically think cars. Your personal brand should have the same effect on people. When people say wanker, they think George Smith. No, but this is the whole thing about personal brands. I do think reducing Ford to simply you automatically think cars, so your personal brand should have the same effect. Yeah. Not sure that really works.
Like McDonald's as well. Like, they don't have a multi-million pound budget, marketing budget, and have been around for absolutely almost 100 years.
And do you want to be known for one thing? I don't know. But anyway, this is what I wanted to have a chat about. This is a big fucking thing on LinkedIn about everybody's got to have personal brand. It's all about personal branding. It's your most important thing. And I had a little bit of a look up at this yesterday. And apparently personal brand is actually like, I just thought it was a thing. But some guy apparently called Tom Peters, who was a management guru in the 90s, he wrote some article in the Fast company, apparently. And he wrote about personal brands. And he said, "We are CEOs of our companies, Me Inc." He said, "To be in business today, our most important jobs is to be the head marketer for the brand called you." And apparently, over the past like 30 years or so, that's where all this whole shit to do with personal brands has been coming from. But I don't know. What do you think about it? Do you think about your personal brand?
No, I probably should.
Mm.
I think I feel too like on LinkedIn and stuff like that. I probably should be more like okay with sharing stuff and like this, that, and the other. But the amount I see on it, just it's like this echo chamber of people sniffing their own farts, and I just don't want to be a part of it. I think you have to market yourself and stuff, like definitely. But I'd probably, if I was to do it, I'd just maybe try and like make content, like even like this, right? Or like just, you know, on a TikTok with like, here's what I'm fucking doing today and this, that, and the other. But rather than it being bullshit quotes and hooks and like, here's what you're doing wrong and here's what's wrong with your life and you need to be working 24/7, it would just be like, I don't know, something different. Probably more to do with the sort of stuff I do for work anyway.
Yeah.
So if I'm, you know, creating content for people, I'll just sell myself with that. But yeah, I don't know, it's just very like, I can't. You have to be on TikTok pretty much all day, right? And you have to be engaging with other posts and stuff. And I guess it can get you work, but it's just so fucking. I just don't want to talk to them.
Do you think? My take on this is that, you know how like now apparently we're the kind of the age of the influencer in terms of like brand deals and like posting on Instagram is kind of over, because, you know, people have realized that people will flog any old shit and there's no real interest.
Yeah.
And it's all going down to these like smaller micro creators and like honest reviews and all this kind of shit. I wonder, with all this personal brand stuff, there's a reason why we're able to like parody it and make jokes, and like everybody's content looks the same, and these fucking quote posts where this is what I think. I feel like everybody thinks that a personal brand has to kind of be this thing where you're like an expert and you have insightful things to say and you've got everything mapped out, so come and follow me.
Yeah.
And I think it just makes everybody look really wanky. And I wonder if at some point this whole shit around the personal brand and the CEO and the founder and the fucking leader and all this shit, I wonder if everybody starts to realise it's just a bit wanky, to be honest. And then what would be good is just be yourself.
I did think that would happen. But again, I think all it's going to take, and all it will take for this to happen, is Stephen Bartlett changing to that. Yeah. As soon as he's like just becomes, you know, more real and just more honest and open, and like, you know, maybe I do have some flaws. Then the rest of LinkedIn will be like, oh, quick, I've got flaws too, guys. I'm gonna put it in my notepad and this. But like, I don't know. It's just, it's just so like, it's so bad. I remember back in my day, right, when LinkedIn was literally like, just, I got a promotion at work today, and it was just like, it went to get engagement. It was just like, this guy got a new job.
Yeah.
Congrats. Like, from someone who works there and stuff. And now it's just fucking like it's just gone so down this like loophole of bullshit.
Yeah.
That it's got to come back one day. But
maybe not. This article that I saw about this, though, was talking about how like people are like your kind of most important commodity, because like studies have shown, and this is, you know, a big thing in social marketing anyway, people trust people, they don't trust brands and all this shit. But basically it was talking about, it was like advice to CEOs or whatever, like your employees, you know, are kind of representing your business, and it was talking about your employees posting on their socials about your business.
Yeah.
But then that's a big topic that I thought about as well. Do you think employees should be like company representatives on socials? Should a company be able to say what you post on your socials?
Yeah, it's a difficult one, isn't it? I guess you could kind of put it in a contract. I think this is kind of an expectation that a lot of businesses have now. They're like, you know, especially for like small agencies and small businesses where they don't really get a lot of engagement. They're like, well, why aren't our employees sharing this? Why aren't they doing this? Why? But they might just not want to. I think, like, you know, if you're working for them, they can kind of just put it in the contract and be like, listen, your job roles are this, and then maybe just engage with our posts. I think, yeah, being a brand ambassador maybe is a bit too far, but like, I think you could probably expect them to engage now and again. I never really did. I didn't really like doing it because a lot of the posts were like just typical, bullshit.
Yeah.
There's this post going around. Oh, there's this ad campaign that's been going on. Like, I'm not going to share something that's already all over LinkedIn, for example. Like, it's just this new ad campaign or this collab by, Johnson and Johnson and Cadbury's or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. I've sort of lost myself.
Well, we've had a lovely time, haven't we, Joe? It's nice to see you back, mate. You're glowing from all of your holidays, darling.
Why, thank you.
Thank you for listening, for tuning in, for being with us. It's a real tonic when times are tough and times are hard. We'll be back with more fun, chat, analysis, and hot takes.
Great takes. Yeah, and ask us any questions.
Yeah.
I don't know, DMs in the comments, wherever you see us where you can write something. Just ask us some questions, please. Is anybody there?
And don't
I feel like I'm on a spaceship, and when you're on a spaceship and you're sending these recordings out, and you're not sure if they're getting back, like on Interstellar.
We're Matt Damon in The Martian, aren't we? And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I've been Freelance.
And I've been Fxcked.
See you next time. Shuffles papers. Finish. Jolly good.